Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Hearts of Iron 4, where I'm playing with the Black Ice mod installed once again here with the invasion of the Soviet Union, playing like 4 days a turn now, which is not a lot. Okay, I need heavy anti-air guns and I need to lower the sound. There we are. Apparently one of my new units needs heavy anti-air. Where are you? There we are. What? I mean, they claim I need it, but then I don't really need it. Well, let's dedicate one factory to it. We might actually need them in the future. In terms of cavalry horse equipment, let's actually see how much I have in surplus at the moment. 6.6k, so I don't need to necessarily put something on it. Let's go for oil. Actually, seven or 6 out of 7 is at least quite enough that I would want to try and trade with them. Anyhow, how are we here? There. Yeah, let's also try to get rubber. Daily gain, daily output, maximum storage, 2181. So let's try to get it. Then let's look at construction. Still repairing a bunch of stuff here. Because the Soviets have complete air superiority as usual, but maybe if in terms of factories I'm doing better than they do. What am I? What's that? Panzer 3J. I don't think I can change those. To be completely honest. Panzer 3J now. Because the J model is already the newest model anyhow. So that is a bit weird that they're like this. What is not weird though is my surplus. Holy moly. Why do I have such a high surplus of medium tanks currently? 3A, 3E. Oh, I got 2 T-34s. So. Okay, well. Fine. Also quite a few light tanks. In terms of heavy tanks, most of these are B1s. Could try to incorporate those into those reserve tanks, which could be a thing. Let's actually take a look here. They do currently have 25 combat width. But then I'd be changing some of those well, basically what I can do is again lower the production, and I actually think that's probably a good idea. So lower the production of the light tanks until we run out at this point. And I need to go to logistics. So, and then slowly change the light tanks as it is, because indeed currently I have quite a few, too many say. But then we're gradually building that down until we have basically no more light tanks, and then I'll be using only Panzer III, Panzer IVs. The same will apply for the T-38s basically, of which I currently, that's again wrong, have a surplus of 221. Those are cavalry tanks. First of all though, I will then change the reserve panzer division to have one heavy tank here. Why is this only one though? That's very weird. They have 10. They have 10. It's not these, not these, not these. Not. There seems to be nothing that indicates why this is their max speed. I have absolutely no clue what causes this. It doesn't really seem to be making a whole lot of sense that its base speed is going to 1. I have enough heavy tanks too as well. Right, I'll see how that switches. I mean, I should be able to use those heavy tanks that I have, but luckily it's the reserve panzer division, so we shouldn't really be using those even all that much. Okay, so that's a Soviet unit. These two are attacking there at the moment, with them trying to go back. Let's try to hold them in place at least as well. You're trying to go around that way. You are very close, but let's continue to try and attack them. We should also try to move these guys, move into Kaunas, and I should actually not only attack there but here too. So these guys stopped. That is a tad unfortunate because I do need to attack them. To keep those units in place, although currently I can't. You're moving. They're going to attack there because they're very slow due to, well, their speed is increasing, but they don't have enough Sturmpanzer, and that's why they're very slow. At the moment, it's a bit of a problem there, but rather unfortunate indeed. Now all of these guys are retreating, which is rather bad, because I cannot go fast enough here. Let's see, you're moving here. Then I actually want them to try and hold the units at Białystok, because I want most of these units to stay in place whenever they can. Really. They're almost done, so I need you to go around and attack from there while the rest is moving as well. Okay, you're moving up at least. If that's faster, then go ahead. I mean, I do have the manpower here. When it comes to Russia, because we can start there immediately, it's not going to be civilian oversight, it's going to be forced labor. At least for the moment. And in Poland at this point, it should actually be brutal oppression. And funny that they actually have some compliance. That does increase also my quota. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna either raise 3-year draft or this bracket. I'm probably gonna go for expanded draft here, so I'll lower my factory output. I think instead of raising this bracket. Yeah. I'll start with that. Okay, well either way, all of these are moving up currently. And so you're trying to move, you're moving in an unfortunate direction, but still makes sense. Moving up. These guys need to constantly switch. These need to constantly switch. They're retreating as well. Let's actually, because the Viking motorized division is also very slow due to a lack of light self-propelled units. Let's move them into Lvov, which is very slow, and then I can actually I can move these other 2 units up. I want at least one of these to continue moving here. Do I want to attack with more? I don't think so. These units are all quite exhausted. I am gonna push with all 3 of them into Kolomea here, and I'm gonna attack with you at Cernauti. The faster I can destroy units, the better. So I do also hope to, you know, speed things up on that end. Yeah, okay. Let's actually continue here with a few more hours. Look, I know this is pretty sad that way. Okay, this might not work, but maybe I can switch them around. Just for a little bit. Switch the attacker. This will be going well now. So once that's done, we could continue moving. This is the one that needs to move, but I think they got this. Let's have you join in on the attack here on Białystok. They wanted to move, but I need something to attack there anyway, so might as well just use these. Okay, it's going reasonably fast. are still holding them. You might as well try to reach Daugavpilsk, although of course not having anything in there is a bit of a problem, but not too much to do about currently. It's kind of funny that they're retreating there, but these guys are entering so fast now that they actually want these to go and attack or help out on this support or this attack. So let's keep going with that. Oh, you're already going into Riga. Okay, so that's fine. You're trying to, I guess, still hold them, even though they're retreating. I don't... I'm gonna keep attacking whenever I can there as well, though. So let's do that. All of those being attacked, actually looking quite reasonable with this as well. So that is good. Yeah, do I need to switch? Not really. Once they actually do arrive here and the infantry arrives at Koval, I'm gonna push for more of an assault. Doesn't really matter that much if they move along this strip, at least a bit. They did cancel the attack. The question is, will I allow them to move into those directions at the moment? These two hexes are currently empty, but I can't really move anything in there. I don't really need these to move. I do want the tanks to move. This is interesting though, because I guess then actually I want you to support that, because I need to go around. Actually, just gonna be a pretty long walk or drive either way. With those fresh units in there. But there is nothing to be done about that, I suppose. These units, of course, are also not even all that fast, so ain't too much I can do about it at this stage. And I would also at the very least have to move with you. So there is that. Let's just keep them under wraps. And I'm gonna move these in here because it takes at least one more hex for the moment. And basically I have two units here. These are 6k and these are 7 to 8k. So I'm gonna move with the cavalry commando Instenburg. And they're going to continue moving. These guys can hold down the fort. That's not an issue. I can I think I can leave this empty. I should be fine on that, I think. We'll see if they can move further. Okay. Now that we have this established and they are technically holding, I want to go and actually start harassing them more, because let's see, you're not even all that close, and if they aren't, then I want to attack. You're moving in further, which is good. For all intents and purposes, I need the unit, this one. To go into Kova and then attack from that side as well. That way I can put on the pressure on these, especially these guys here, because I don't want them to escape. Let's see how the attack goes in a little bit. I have to say it is pretty funny that they retreated into the wrong direction. They will be attacking again then. And they will then try to retreat into a different area. It will of course be difficult for these to hold on even. But let's just see if they can make it. I would actually like you to stop attacking, but they will not allow me. If you're not moving, then you should be attacking. One thing I'm going to do here actually is change the template of the 41 division so I can identify it from other units. And let's see, I'll make them there's just a regular infantry template. Mountain, tank, cavalry, motorized. Here we are. I'll just make those black so it's easier for me to identify. So these two are the 41, and then I know basically these are the ones with the assault guns. Actually, I want you to move ahead. I'm fine with the attacks there, really. So yep. I definitely need to tie them down, and basically I need to get into these two axes. They're only 5 divisions, so it's not like super much by any means. Ah, bullshit. Really? You're gonna pretend as if this is faster still? Fuck off. Fucking piece of shit. Wow, what a load of garbage that is. Let's keep moving. You stopped attacking. Oh, fair enough. They are completely exhausted. Means I have no units attacking this though, which is rather unfortunate. Let's switch your attack for the moment, so at least they stay in place. I know this attack is now very weak, but it will have to do. Okay, so with these tanks arriving here, I can actually try to get them in there as reinforcements. There doesn't really seem to be a need to attack with them already, indeed, as well. I'd rather attack like that. We'll attack with those guys. You two will attack here. And yeah, if you move in here and these guys attack here, you move in here. At least I take those empty hexes, which I think is pretty good. This attack on Cernauti is, I don't want to say a disaster, but it's not going super great. I only have a tank here. Let's attack with the mountain unit. This actually sucks quite a bit. This is rather unfortunate. The fact that they could put so many units in there at the moment is rather problematic, especially since whatever infantry I have here is rather slow. And now those tanks are moving around there as well, which means that they're pretty much just outflanking me. Most of the units here have actually gotten away, which is not great. I'll tell you that. Okay, so they've already been pushed out. I mean, I guess I can just start taking a railroad there. Yeah, moving around takes pretty long here. Not much to do about that, though, currently. The only thing I can do is try to push here and try to attack these guys with the tanks. Although they might be caught in defense. We'll see how that goes, though. Let's try to prevent them from getting more units in there. Although, you know, with those retreating units, even though they shouldn't really be retreating, it's a rather unfortunate business like that. Let's keep them in place through that way. And keep going. Going through the marshes is, of course, you know, never very amazing. Yeah, you should be moving there. These guys still retreating, not much to be done about it. Don't like them doing this at all. Stupid planes. I really don't want them to just randomly get into that hex, but you're so slow. Let's see, both of these are attacking there now, which is good. Let's attack here. I have to push them all the way in there through every single hex, which is rather unfortunate. It's taking a long time and they keep getting all of their organization back. Continuously like that too. It's not a great experience at that. I can say. Yeah, let's move them up anyway. I'm quite curious as to when they arrive, but we'll see. You're not attacking currently for no reason. Oh, okay, they've been defeated. And it kind of looks like the same applies here. Yeah, okay. Let's try and move those Reich further up then. Okay, at least you actually still have the fuel. Let's assist in that attack and just try to... No, actually, you need to attack at Białystok, which has a large number of units. You guys are so slow. Okay, since this attack's already going well, let's just keep pushing with all of these. Yeah. So I took that hex, which is great because then at least I can also get the rail line to Lvov from this side. Looking at the rails, I didn't, yeah. This one is not working yet. And okay, let's put some serious priorities because there are quite a few things here which are not necessarily all too important to repair. Like the Kaunas Air Base or the Lublin Research Center or all these fortresses. Whereas this is important to repair, I suppose. We are still fighting over those territories. And there's absolutely a 0% chance that I'll get air superiority. Currently. So that is still a bit of a nightmare. You are not moving, so let's have you attack these guys. See if you can cause some damage, because that is exactly what I need to do. I want you to work towards Białystok here too. And let's actually just have you move further. Since I already have quite a few units attacking in general, let's attack from two sides. They're quite exhausted. So I'm very aware that in terms of how good that attack might be running, it's not particularly great. Okay, I might or might not be able to stop any or more of those units. Luckily they are stopping them from moving. Yeah, let's just get them in on as reinforcements anyway. Let's just do that. Regardless. If you cross, I would like you to go and attack onto this hex. There's also a rail line running through here, and I would not mind actually having that rail line. So I guess in that sense that should be good. The question then is, do I really want to push into that hex already? I actually think maybe it's easier or better just to have them move further along here. And actually just try to move further into Soviet territory. Right, there's just basically no way I can take those guys until I get any kind of reinforcements here. I can try to tie these guys up while I continue moving. Then you guys would need to cross. And you would need to cross too. Damn right. With the Junkers A7D ready, the rest of these completely useless. I can go for some Messerschmitt 210 heavy fighters, but the chance that I would build those is very unlikely. 82.26 manpower. Yeah, if I had more points, I guess I would do that. Problem is, indeed, I don't have the points to raise it up at this moment. Which means I'm stuck on low manpower for a while, actually. Unfortunate, but I guess it happens. There's no need for you to move in there, but I guess I can move up through here, try to get to this rail line at least. And then take it. Of course, supplies are not going to be great regardless. How long does it take you to cross? Jeez. Very long, apparently. Just like it takes very long to move around here. Well, let's just see who moves first. Okay, you beat them. Which I guess is nice, but I have to be careful for them to not actually move through there. And I already have 2 units moving in here at the moment. See, like I said, they get all of their organization back, every single damn stinking hex. And to be honest, this is one of those things that I don't know if it's in the base game too, but I think that if they've been out of supply for long enough and they've been exhausted, that should just be done. And I get it that it's black ice, fair enough. It's supposed to be harder. But I don't know, this is just a thing that I don't really like, because it makes absolutely no sense to me why units should have infinite organization. You can have units, I guess, that will be stuck for years. Matters not. Yeah, so that's a thing I don't really like, but it's unfortunate. Are 3 of these guys retreating? With only 1 attacking? Ah, fuck me. Oh boy, they get new tank unit in there. That's great. I was already hoping the attack would be delayed, or the movement would be delayed, and now at least it is. Hashtag sarcasm. Okay, at least I'm getting them closer into Białystok here. Maybe I want you to go there, maybe not. But what I do want you to do is to keep moving forward towards Minsk at least. And you as well. There's actually quite a large amount of distance between this and Minsk. The funny thing is I feel like... Nah, it's actually quite a big distance still to Moscow too. Never mind. I feel like I can start moving here, and I will not let them escape at this stage, given the ferocity of my attacks. And since they'll be able to take them, I want you to continue moving along the rail line up as well. I still have plenty of units here that need to be beaten, so I can't send everything, but... Kinda had hope that the Romanians would jump in too, but I guess they will not. Now, I don't particularly care for Proskurov, but let's try to take it either way. It's probably a depot, yeah. Really hate it if they don't stop these attacks. And I can't keep clicking. I have to at some point move to other areas, which is like in a few hours already, so I can't just keep telling them to stop attacking, stop attacking, stop attacking, because, you know, my focus needs to be elsewhere. Now that these are also pretty much beaten, I only need one unit there as well, so let's move the tanks up too. The question is, what do I want to do with these? So I could, if they arrive there fast enough, I can have them attack the tank, I guess. Surrounding a singular tank unit is not particularly the most useful, but it might be worth some. If they would speed it up through any means, that would have been great, but one other problem that I have here is if you don't take any of these two hexes with enough firepower, what I think happens is the following. My units will give up the attack before they get close enough to enter such a hex, and these units keep switching back and forth, continuously regaining their organization while they are retreating. So for example, say this tankette division, whatever, they will retreat while these other three units keep defending. While this unit retreats over here, it will regain full reorganization and then can start defending here. Meanwhile, this tank division, which is then out of organization, will start retreating this way, regain full organization and start defending here. Meanwhile, my units, while continuously attacking, will regain no reorganization, meaning that if you do not put enough strength behind an attack like this, where at least one unit can keep constantly attacking so that in the brief moments in between the attacks, the unit can move. You will not be able to make any progress for such an attack, it seems like. So technically, if you don't have enough firepower, you can keep attacking indefinitely because the enemy can keep retreating back and forth indefinitely as well. Really? No, I actually have a surplus still. It kind of acts as if I don't, but I kind of do. Okay, I don't know why the forts got repaired or something, but whatever. Okay, they also got a tank division in there now. Ah, fuck. They're retreating. And also into the perfect hex. Fuck. I have to say that the mechanics of this game, in that sense, astound me a bit. So, on the one hand, at the moment at least, the Soviets retreat at every fart, and in other cases like this, it is like practically, or for all intents and purposes, nigh impossible to actually beat them. It's a very weird combination of mechanics. How many of these do I have in surplus? 119. That's actually quite nice. One a day, huh? Well, if I have more manpower, I will certainly make use of that, I suppose. Okay. Let's see. You're all moving, and are you moving to the rail line? Yes, you are. These are all moving and attacking, so in a sense that's also going okay. You're pushing in there. You're trying to move up, you're trying to move up. You're moving up. These two are moving in here. Weird that they supposedly go around, whereas they should just both indeed be moving in there. I don't think I want them to necessarily support that attack because the attack is already going well. You two can move there and then in there as well. These two will try to move up as much as possible. Yeah, let's just have both of them support that attack. It's not a good attack by any means, but I should say we'd be fine. Let's keep going. One thing I'm curious about is resources. So we have actually oil here already, a bit at least. Some oil here. Here. But most of it is down there. Naturally, in the Caucasus. Right. The weird thing is I'm just attacking those guys now, which is, you know, not necessarily the most amazing thing to do generally. Jesus, man, when do you guys arrive? Like 500 years? Let's just keep going, man. We're also trying to cross the river here. Not too sure what to make of it currently. You're moving, so that's fine. Let's see how far they're in towards moving towards those hexes, because to be honest, I'd also again still rather just move forward with these guys. And obviously there's no way that I'm gonna, well, let's just see if I can encircle them technically. Who knows? I'd rather encircle another unit than take more hexes, to be completely honest. I don't really care for terrain, I care for the destruction of the Soviet units here. Okay, you failed in the attack. If I take Cernauti, at the very least that gives me another... Well, I would then need to take Kolomea,